Welcome to the Spanish Language Lab with me, Alexander. Today, we're going to watch a comedy sketch video created by the Argentine content creator Guille Aquino. The comedy sketch is called The Influencers, and it sheds light on the ambiguities and hypocrisy of being a quote unquote online influencer, and it does so in a really funny way. Now, this video is an opportunity to practice listening to Argentine Spanish, which, as you might know, is very different from other types of Spanish that you might hear in Mexico or Spain. And it's very different, it's very unique. It has an Italian influence, and it has a different type of grammar, which we'll get into once we start listening. And yeah, I hope you really enjoy this. I love Gija's content. It's hilarious. It's really clever writing. And if you do like this video, I highly recommend that you check out his original YouTube page and subscribe to it. I'll be providing a link to his page in the comments section below. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Arroba el Andy.
Me descubrieron.
¿Puedes hacer una fotito?
Sí, claro.
Vamos.
De una. Guille Aquino.
Sí,
Guille, ¿nos sacas una foto, por favor?
dale. 1, 2, 3.
¿Ah?
Va, felices.
Una más por las dudas, ¿puede ser?
Wow.
Gracias. Gracias, che, una masa.
No, todo bien.
Buah. Qué ser famoso.
Sí, debe ser apremiante.
¿Probaste la nueva IPA artesanal?
No, no la probé.
Color ámbar, abundante lúpulo, el amargo perfecto para el paladar que sabe.
Bueno.
No, perdón, estaba haciendo una publicidad.
El mundo es una mentira.
Nada, canje, viste, hay que
No
vivir.
entiendo si estoy en The Truman Show.
All right, so the first joke is Guille. So that's Guille, the punk rock looking guy. And he comes into the bar, and then his buddy, who's an influencer, just starts mouthing off about how delicious and beautiful this artisanal IPA is. He's just like, this is kind of odd. And then, and then turns out he was like filming a commercial for it, and he's gonna make a post on it. And then he's just like, oh man, like the world is a lie. So he's right, like getting disillusioned with what he thinks is real.
O en polémica en el bar.
Bueno, te preguntarás por qué te citó mi community manager.
Ok, yo pensé que estaba hablando con
Me
vos.
figura acá que subiste 2.500 seguidores, así que nada, te traje los papeles. Nada, es una formalidad para que te unas al Sinfluar.
Sinfluar.
Sindicato de Influencers Argentinos. Bancá que tuiteo. Qué dicotomía. De pobreza cero a emergencia alimentaria. Chicos que no reciben platos de comida en los comedores. Tardaron 12 días en promulgarla. Hashtag, el hambre no puede esperar.
Permiso, tu hamburguesa.
Ah, bueno, por fin la reconcha de tu madre.
Wow, malas palabras en un canal de cable. ¿Qué?
Ecología.
Ok, te estás comiendo como mi comida ahí.
Abro hilo.
All right, so a few things have happened here. So we saw the first instance of the use of the word vos. Vos is an alternative to the grammatical form tú. So instead of saying de donde eres, where are you from, you might hear Argentines say de donde sos. So sometimes it's a complete word change, sometimes it's a verb conjugation change, and instead of saying tú, which is you, you would say vos. So it's a complete word change as well. And so yeah, that's distinctly, I think, Argentine and possibly even Uruguay and maybe one other country. But I think the Argentines are most noticeable for having that completely different form of grammar. But I've traveled to Argentina several times. If you use tú, you say de donde eres instead of de donde sos. Everyone's gonna understand what you're saying. It's just their little way of being Argentine. They hold on to that different type of grammar. Kind of like how the Americans hold on to the English system, but most educated Americans, or go back, I would actually, I don't even know if most Americans, but I would say that most college educated Americans are familiar with the metric system. So it might be analogous to that. Another thing that happened here that I want to point out is he was given a Nobel speech um, on his phone to post it on social media about how like, oh, hunger can't wait. We gotta feed the poor. And then he's right here. He said that so eloquently, but then he melts off to the waitress like she killed his son or something. Like he's really just like cursing at her. And Geisha's like, what the like why are you speaking to her like that? And now he's eating Geisha's food. Hunger can't wait. Yeah, give me that shit. Like I don't that's my burger. It doesn't matter. I'm hungry now. Like so it's very irreverent.
Datos que duelen. Aunque los grandes medios ya no hablen del tema, los incendios en la Amazonia han consumido 1 millón de hectáreas. Hashtag pulmón del planeta. Cierro ahí.
Sí, tenés como un tacho.
All right, so the joke there was, what do you say, palomas, or I forget how to say lung in Spanish, but he's doing another like social warrior post about like, oh, we gotta save the Amazonian rainforest. It's the lungs of the world. And then now here he's like overusing napkins and just like throwing it not in the trash. So he's being a hypocrite. But on social media, he's a saint.
Un tacho de basura ahí. No sé, quiero. Si lo querés usar. Ok, tengo como un dilema ideológico. En las redes sociales le levantás un montón de causas nobles, pero en la vida real sos más bien como.
Sí, usurete.
Está bien, lo dijiste vos. Y eso no te afecta para nada. Quiero decir, como todo el concepto de la hipocresía.
¿Qué importa cómo soy yo en la vida real si lo que queda es el mensaje?
All right, so you saw him use the so two things. One, he's like he's just pointing out like, hey, so basically you're a fucking hypocrite. But he said it in a much softer way. And then you also saw him say like, oh, like on social media you're this, but in real life you're that. And he didn't say tú eres. He said vos sos. Vos sos. You are. So that's like that's that different type of grammar that's really not unique but pretty distinctive of Argentine Spanish, and we're hearing it in action.
Ajá.
Es más, mirá, sale story. Gente! Acá con Guille Aquino, best crossover ever. Acá, mejores amigos. ¡Métanle follow!
Ok, qué carajo, en serio. Uy, boludo.
Ok, ¿qué acaba de pasar?
Me acaba de pegar, chabón.
A mano abierta, como los giles. Y sin embargo, hay 1,5 millones de personas que piensan que somos mejores amigos. Entonces, ¿cuál es la realidad?
La realidad es que sos un hijo de puta, boludo.
Te pongo otro ejemplo. Viste que esta semana estuvo muy de moda la pobreza.
Sí, eso viene siendo TT hace rato, ¿no?
Bueno, fijé un tweet con los índices del INDEC. 126.000 likes. ¿Sabes cuánto me interesa a mí la pobreza? 0.
Es que es la primera vez que entiendo ese eslogan.
¿Pobreza? 0.
No existe ser un influencer porque nadie cambia su forma de ser por algo que lee en internet.
Ah, ¿no?
All right. So Geisha is challenging the idea of the usefulness of being an influencer. Like, what's the point? There's nothing there. Being an influencer doesn't actually make any concrete change in the world, right? We just post our BLM pictures on Instagram. We post Me Too pictures. We post or hashtags, and just pick your social cause. You do that online. You do that online, but it doesn't affect any real change. So we're gonna hear his friend's response to that.
Atención, la pobreza es mala. Zen.
Sí.
Atención, la solidaridad es buena. Zen. Comer carne mata.
All right, so a couple things there. So this guy, his influencer buddy, I didn't catch the name, starts proving Geisha wrong. He's like, "Oh, you think what I'm doing here is ineffective?" And so he starts just mouthing off on different social causes, and you look around the bar, and like, it's like changing people's opinion and behaviors in real time. And then Geisha sees all this, and he's blown away by it. And that comment he makes at the end is like, "I can't. I'm so confused. I don't know if this is like a really really good thing or a really really bad thing." And then the influencer just walks out like Superman, like he just saved the day or something. And so when you take so the video's over. So when you take all that together, you have the hypocrisy of being an influencer, right? So you saw him; he was literally burning a napkin earlier, but like referring to Amazon as like the lungs of the earth. Uh, and but then he's also creating real change, right? You probably heard that. You probably familiar with that phrase that politics is downstream from culture. First, you change the culture, then you change the politics. So we've seen that in the United States right now. There was a big shift towards the right, towards embracing masculinity. But I don't want to get into that too deeply. But it's just a current example of that idea playing out in real time. And yeah, yeah. So that's the video, and that's it. That's the video. So if you liked it, if you made it this far, please like, please subscribe to the channel, and I promise I will continue to improve this channel to provide you with fun and educational Spanish learning content. Until next time, ciao.